On Exeter Select. What you need to be doing right now is logging on to the internet, getting to myspace.com/9leavesmusic. As you do that, we speak live on the phone now from New Jersey to Zack from 9 Leaves. Zack, thank you very, very much for joining me this evening, mate.
Hey, thank you for having me, James.
Or this afternoon, I suppose I should say. I suppose what you should be doing first off, and what I should be asking you first off, we haven't heard any music for you particularly, mate. So perhaps explain a little bit about who are the band, who are 9 Leaves?
Yeah, 9 Leaves is a collective that doesn't really follow any formulas, as I guess your listeners will come to find. We kind of just basically do what we think sounds good, and wherever we end up, we end up. So musically, it's very it's melodic, very, non-traditional hip-hop-esque, but still in the hip-hop world. So it's kind of like a blend of dramatic, classical film score meets hip-hop rap, so it's kind of cool.
I think you'd sum that up absolutely perfectly. I know myself, when I opened up my email and I got the attachment for your new single and your bargs and stuff, really, really excited to kind of to hear what you sounded like, because just as you explained, it's a really, really kind of different, very, very interesting sound. I think one of the lines which I took from it particularly was a kind of a mixture of Radiohead and Jay-Z, and I don't think you can get better two of the people who are just absolutely top of their game, and I absolutely think that sits absolutely perfectly with your sound, mate. In terms of 9 Leaves, then, where are you standing at the moment? You've got a brand new album that's out, I believe. Yeah,
we got a brand new album out. It's on iTunes. Your listeners should become quite familiar with it, because they should be singing along when we come out by you at the end of the summer.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty much what we're working at right now, is we're trying to just coordinate the logistics of everything as far as coming over there and touring in the European area and the Gulf area as well. So there'll be some cool things coming up.
So in terms of what's happening in the US then, you've kind of done all the work that you can over there, and things are going successfully?
Things are definitely successful. And it's not, the work never really ends, honestly, but it's the kind of thing that I think that, what's for us in the international market is just something we've never really been able to tap into. We've never had the opportunity or been in the position to do so. So we're just super, super excited about, how this whole thing is going to develop.
Excellent. One of the things I said at the beginning of the interview, do make sure you check out myspace.com/9leavesmusic. There, of course, you can go and listen to some of the tracks from the brand new album. I'm particularly interested, Zack, in the artwork that's appearing on the album and that's appearing on the MySpace page as well. Really kind of graphic and quite kind of terrifying almost. The album is called Peace in Death. I suppose the pictures kind of sum that up absolutely perfectly. Who's behind all that? Because it's really quite interesting.
Yeah, we came up with conceptually what we wanted to do with the artwork, but we were very, very fortunate to link up with a photographer whose name is Mike Whitson, and if anybody's interested in his stuff, you can check him out online. And he just does amazing work. It's kind of a blend of, realism versus comic books. Somewhere in the middle you end up, and we felt that it was just a perfect fit for what we were trying to do.
It is incredible. It's going to be a picture. It's going to be an artwork which stands out on the shelves of the CD shops over here, which I always think is quite an important thing to do, and will make people certainly go and pick it up. Definitely. Okay, Zack, we need to hear some music from you. That's for sure. I've got in my hands here the track Yesterday. Is that going to be the first single that we're going to be hearing over here in the UK?
Yes, it is.
Out, I believe, on the 1st of June. Zack, perhaps you'd go and like to introduce it for me.
Hey, you guys are listening to 9 Leaves. This is the first single, Yesterday.
I certainly think you can see now where that Radiohead, where that Jay-Z comment came from. It's an absolutely stunning record. It's called Yesterday. It's going to be appearing over here in the UK on the 1st of June. It's by a band called 9 Leaves. I've got Zack with me on the phone right now as well. Zack, thank you very much for holding on, mate.
No problem at all.
I think you're taking a little bit too much credit, buddy. Who else is involved with the band? We haven't mentioned any names.
Well, it's interesting. Basically, on the music side, I handle all the music, and then there's a group of 5 lyricists that we all come together and and handle the lyrical portion. So on this particular track, you're hearing 3 lyricists out of the 5 in the group.
Okay.
And then the female vocalist is also part of the group as well.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you all over here in the UK fairly soon, mate, because there's a whole reason behind why we're playing this track yesterday, this evening. You're backing a particular campaign, which I think is certainly very, very relevant in current times over here in the UK. Perhaps they're quite relevant over there for you as well. Just explain a little bit about what I'm talking about, if you would, Zach.
Yeah, no problem at all. There is a organization called Music Against Knives, whose whole campaign, which starts, I think, May 1st or somewhere in May, and it's going to last a year. And during that whole year, their aim is basically to try and reach out to adolescents, youths, and even, adults, and try and see what they can do to use music as a means of reducing knife violence, or at least reduce the amount of people who feel the need to resort to that kind of a thing and express themselves in more positive and creative ways.
Because we've been actually over here in the UK, certainly in the last year or so, we've really seen an increase in that kind of thing. Is that something that's a bit of a problem as well over in New York, particularly, Zach?
Yeah, well, it's always been a problem in the States over here. I mean, I think the only difference is for you guys, it's increasing a lot more rapidly than it is for us, because for us, gun violence is still a huge issue. So I think it's just a difference of where the violence is coming from, but, violence is violence.
Yeah.
So whatever we can do on our end, on your end, and everybody's end, obviously makes the most sense. And we're just really proud that Music Against Knives even wanted to have us sponsor their campaign and join them. So we're just really excited.
Well, it's for a fantastic cause, Zach, and I certainly praise you and the band for getting involved with something like that, for sure. In terms of coming over to the UK, I don't think you've got necessarily any dates officially confirmed yet. Are there any areas of England which you're particularly aware of that you think you might like to come and visit? Because Devon, I have to say, Zach, where we're broadcasting from, is a very, very beautiful part of the country.
I don't know the specifics myself. For me, I'm glad to go anywhere. So there's no spot that is more appealing than the rest. But I do know that the logistics are being worked out, and from what I understand, well, I'm not privy to the exact dates. There are specific dates and regions that are being kind of put down in stone as we speak. So I would definitely love to come out to your place, though, that's for sure. Hey,
look, the door's open, mate. I would love to come and love to see you pop by. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Of course, we will be providing all the details here on the show of when those dates are officially announced. Please do check out myspace.com/9leavesmusic as well. The dates, I know, will appear on there very, very shortly too. Zach, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. All the best, and we do look forward to seeing you in the UK very, very soon, buddy.
You as well. Thank you so much.
Cheers, mate.
Exeter FM, your local station, 107.3. Exeter FM.